All righty, are we live? Yes, we are. Tonight's episode is my job is going to be difficult because I'm going to have to do brain surgery because I'm going to have to get inside the head of Color Up because we're going to find out how he comes up with these ideas and then finally gets them to video. We're going to do a little brain surgery right now.
Welcome to the Color Up Podcast. Whether you're a seasoned player
Sounds
or
painful.
a beginner eager to step up to the table, this is your
Sounds
lucky
weird.
podcast that's all about the thrill and strategy of the casino world. I'm your host, Jeremy. With me is Jim the Professor. Let's get rolling.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that sounds enticing or not.
Oh, brain surgery. Maybe I should have went with we've got the real news with a real reporter, Facebook
Yeah,
reporter coming at you.
yeah.
Gonna-
Either way, it will work. I'm sure.
Yeah,
but,
we'll get to the bottom. We'll get to the truth tonight.
we'll dive in, and I will share all. Maybe
Okay.
even overshare. We'll see how it goes.
So nothing's off the table when it comes to how you make a video.
Yeah, I don't think so. So we
Okay.
can definitely get into it. Before we do,
Very good.
how's your week? I know.
Oh, it
things
was
are,
great. It was great
I mean, it's
week.
almost.
It's almost time tomorrow morning. All the other teachers get to school. It's that back to school teacher week when all my peers arrive and we start to build the excitement to get ready to take the plane off.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we will land it again in June next year. So
Shaping
yeah.
young minds, right?
Oh yeah. We're shaping minds. We're imparting wisdom each and every day. But yeah, it's seriously, I've had a lot of jobs in my life. I've worked for UPS, I worked for Wendy's, I worked for Northern Tools and Equipment, and everything from salesperson to whatever. Worked grocery, restaurants, and I just love teaching. It's so much fun. My coworkers get mad at me because I said it beats the heck out of working, but it is work. It is work 100%.
How dare you downgrade it to not being work? Yeah.
Right. I'm not trying to be insulted, but I'm just saying I have so much fun doing it. I feel like every day, every 90-minute block is an episode that I get to fill up and have 28, 30, whatever the class size is, 24 co-stars, and we're all working together trying to put together a great product. So, but yeah, that's my thing. I've been cutting grass and working on the lawnmower and all, but what's been going on in Color Up world? What's going on with you?
I don't know what I said last week, but a lot. I mean, I've been busy this week. I'm still migrating everyone over from Color Up Club to Color Up Club 2.0 is what I'm
right
calling
on the new platform, right?
Yeah, it's going well. I think we've got about 50% maybe over. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. I got to double check the numbers. But it's going well, and I'm getting a lot of great feedback, so I appreciate that. But yeah, colorup.club is my website if you're interested in the club and can check out more information. But yeah, so there's a lot of admin and back-end stuff because you have to match people's files and make sure, I do refunds for those who their subscriptions overlap. And
Right.
People are joining with different emails than they originally had.
Oh, so you're hunting people down.
Oh, yeah. I got all kinds of different spreadsheets that I think I've got a system now, and they're all kind of talking to each other. And, but yeah, I'm trying not to let anyone fall through the cracks.
Right.
And doing my best there. And so that's been exciting.
And you've had some new people join, not just transferring members.
Yeah,
I mean,
as
I've
normal,
seen
there's
it.
always new club members coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So, and for them, they probably don't know anything about it. And they're just, there's an onboarding process now, which I think a lot, again, some great feedback, but it kind of explains and walks you through what the club is about and how to kind of get around it and find your way and stuff like that. So that's a big improvement. Whereas before it was just like, welcome to the club. Good luck finding your way and figuring things out. And so it wasn't ideal for a lot of people, but the new 2.0.
I think it's 1,000 times better.
Well, I appreciate that.
The Discord, nothing wrong with Discord.
No,
but
it's good.
This
it's a great purpose.
It's a great purpose, a great tool. But for me, this new thing reminds me more of some other platforms that I've used and in my life, and it's much clearer, simpler. Even the fonts and colors and everything. It's
cool.
just, it's just a lot better experience for me. So
Thank you for everyone hopping in. We'll probably get to your questions at the end, what we call the monster roll, but maybe we'll pull up questions in the middle. I always kind of surprise Jim with that, but
yes,
we do have a theme tonight.
We do.
Yeah, let's see what else.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
getting prepared.
Yeah,
I'm
go
getting
ahead.
prepared. I'm leaving town this week, going to visit family.
Mhm.
And you'll find out more about it tomorrow, but launching the app I've kind of partnered with.
And what's the
the
name of
phone
that
app.
one again?
It's called Press It.
And that was the one that for 2 weeks has been available on Android.
On
correct?
Android. You can get it now on. You haven't got it. My wife's actually been playing it. My wife
I don't have it. So, but I do
Okay.
have my Apple phone.
We'll go on colorup.club. You can go. I mean, you can go directly to the App Store and search it. But
App
you
Store.
can,
Okay.
or just go to my website, whatever's easier.
I'll probably go to App Store.
But either way, use my. I think if you go through my link on my website, you don't have to enter the code, and if you go through the store, you do have to enter my code.
So
I don't know.
go to your colorup.club.
Yeah, the homepage. But
Right.
yeah. So my wife, she told me I got to make sure I share this. She goes, she's figured out a great strategy. She's never cared about craps for the 10 years I've been doing this, Jim. And I don't know, for some reason she's been playing this app. She plays a lot of, like, not a lot, I should say. She plays like the same couple, phone games
Apps,
for
yeah, little
years
fun
and years
games.
and years,
Mhm.
right? And they're kind of like mind games and learning games and stuff like that. But she's actually been playing this craps app for the last few days, and it's funny. She's like, "Oh, I'm winning, I'm losing," and she goes, "I figured out the perfect strategy." And then she's like, "Dang it, I lost $1,000." And I don't know. I walked down right before the podcast. She's on the couch playing craps somewhere. I'm like, "What the heck's going on with my wife?"
Yeah. Well, this might be the new way to generate club members, and your objective has always been to grow the game.
Yeah,
Maybe this is finally going to be it.
yeah.
So anyway, you said go to the club. I'm on the website. What do I do now? I see.
Oh,
feed,
you're
spaces.
logged in as a member. There should be a tab, colorup.club, to take you out to you need to go out to the main webpage.
Go to main webpage.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you're a member and you're logged in, you see kind of you see the club, so it's a different platform.
Oh yeah, I'm still logged in, so I don't know.
Yeah, at the top you'll see colorup.club,
At the top. Yeah, I see it. It
and
says
that'll bring you to my
communities.
homepage.
Colorup.club feed. Wow. All
All
right.
right. Well,
Yeah. Anyway, I can't get to it. It just keeps taking me back to the cool.
oh
thing.
yeah, if you're actually in the app, so you'd have to
Oh,
go.
I have to be-
Spaces, and then down at the
okay,
bottom
okay.
left, I think it says
So I need to be on Safari.
that would help, but you could still get there. But it's just a little different
All right.
through the app.
well.
The app's really through.
So what's the
Okay.
name of it again?
Press It
Press It.
Craps, and Press
Okay.
It Crapless. Actually, Crapless I don't think is available in the iPhone store yet. But anyway, we should
Okay.
probably move on.
Yes. we
Get
should-
it. Use my code ColorUp. You'll see a video about it tomorrow. Is my anyway.
All right. Well, let's
Yeah.
dive on into tonight's subject.
Yeah, I don't want
then.
to distract you too much, but
No,
get the
that's
app,
all
Jim.
right. Hey, I'm fine with it. So basically, I've got 5 sections of questions here, Jeremy. For
Okay.
this in-depth interview. And the professor's got a lot of questions, which I have tried to anticipate what our viewers might be thinking
Okay.
about. And
Yes, we'll
we're-
let you answer them, and then we'll go to them and ask. Let
yeah,
them
yeah.
answer
We'll
some more.
we'll ask them, and maybe if there's some other ones that jump in. So let's just start off. In this category is where do the ideas come from, and take us back to the very beginning. What was the idea, and what was the inspiration, and why did you choose to do a YouTube channel of all things?
Yeah.
Because you weren't a YouTuber before, or were you?
No, I was a video editor. I mean, been in video production, but
Okay.
yeah, I someone had told me about this YouTube channel, and me and this coworker would watch him. His name was Casey Neistat, and he made these daily vlogs.
Oh, I know Casey Neistat.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the one who did the bike through New York. That was his
Yeah,
big
yeah.
famous one. Okay.
Yeah, so he's famous as a daily vlogger, and did it for like 3 years or anyway. Anyway, my coworker's like, so we'd watch it all the time. I didn't think of anything of it. And finally said, man, he makes so much money doing this. I'm like, well, what are you talking about? And he goes, well, he gets views and then YouTube pays him for videos.
Right.
And I'm like, wait a second. Okay. And like, is that like a real thing? And I guess it was. And I did some searching, and then I eventually left there as the video editor, started my own production company.
Okay.
And I had some time on my hand because I'm building up clients and that sort of thing. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll start a channel. So I was searching for ideas, and I stumbled upon an old craps video. I forget which one it was specifically, but there was a couple. But there was like, I don't know, it was from like the 80s, but it had like 2 million views. And I'm like, okay, wow. There was a couple videos like there wasn't very many creators, but there were a couple old videos.
That
I think the
people
only
had
ones
posted.
current at the time was like Michael Shackelford was doing a couple videos. I can't remember who else, but the landscape was thin, but there were millions of views. So I'm like, oh, there's some interest there. And I've played the game in the past. I love the game. Let me research. I want to learn more about this game. And I know from past experience in my life and stuff, one of the best ways to learn, is to teach.
Yeah, hello.
Because you learn so much and you get so much feedback right back. And
As you go.
yeah, so I studied as much as I could to get kind of the basics down, and I started with a bunch of books, right? Because there wasn't videos out.
And they were old books too, because there
Yeah.
haven't been a lot of new books, right?
Yeah, and so I just started making videos about the basics and putting them out there, and it was.
What was
slow
your first
growing.
video?
I mean, like, what is craps, or what is the past? I don't know. It was like it's pretty basic stuff.
You got really creative. What is craps? That was
Something like
awesome.
that.
Okay. All right.
Can
we tell?
It might have been. You could search and check oldest, sort my videos by oldest.
Okay, maybe.
But
I'll do that
I
then.
think it may have been like, what does it mean to color up? Because I stumbled upon my name and I'm like, oh, this is
Yeah.
kinda
How'd you come
cool.
up with the name?
Yeah, I was just thinking like, hey, what is a cool like insider terminology that people would recognize, but yet not be like craps YouTube. Like I didn't want to be like super
Generic. Yeah.
upfront, or I don't know. I wanted to be like, oh, that's
Mystique.
kind of like yeah. Insiders know this name, but it could work. So
Mhm.
I found, I'm like, oh, color up. People color up with their chips, and I'm like, okay. I did a bunch of searches. No one owns. It was like crayon stuff or coloring books. I'm like, no one owns the YouTube channel. No one owns the domain name and stuff like that. And yeah. So anyway, that's color up, and then so yeah, my first few videos were just I'd read an old book and see a strategy that they had listed.
Mhm.
And then I would make a video about it, and then read another book, and I'm like, oh,
But
he
did
does a
you
different
have a
strategy.
layout? Or I mean, how did all that work? What did you
Yeah,
roll it out on?
I think I bought a layout from a company, and had set up on my. It was like I lived in a little apartment, so I would set up for the evening on a kitchen table. I had lights and stuff because again I was in video production,
Mm-hmm.
and would film. And then I would have to tear everything back down. Sometimes I would do 2 videos at once, but I just made videos whenever I could there in my kitchen on my kitchen table with the layout I had bought. Eventually I like purchased a custom layout and that sort of thing and built a better.
And how
table and all
many
that.
back in those early days? How many videos were you putting out a week or month or
Oh,
whatever?
it's always been like, well, it's probably always been like once a week because I knew
Okay.
it was. There may have been times it was like once every 2 weeks.
Mhm.
There was a pattern in there, because I would also study YouTube, and there'd be people that were like, hey, post as much as possible and that sort of thing. And I think I experimented with that for a time where I like made a bunch and tried to post like every day for like a month. And my views actually went way down. And, through more studying, I kind of found that a little bit of it depends on your audience, right? So my audience generally skews to be male, middle age. These guys are busy working folks, right? So
Yeah, 3.
They're
Yeah. I'm
they're
checking them
not
off as you say it.
yeah, they're not they're not teenagers who are like sitting, on their
Eating ice
phones,
cream. Yeah.
eating
We're
ice cream
going,
every day, watching your videos. So I'm like, just because of their flow of life, maybe they could squeeze in one a week. And so I found once I went to that, that's kind of I do 2 now. That's kind of like the maximum I kind of do.
mhm.
Well, the podcast, I guess, is 3, but yeah, too much. And it just, I don't know. I think my target audience, they just don't have time for it. They're just working folks who, they just ain't got time for it. So that's kind of,
I will say this as not only little peon co-host here, Second Banana, but as a consumer of your videos, I look forward to them, and I've got the notifications. And if for some reason you don't put one out, or
yeah,
sometimes, and maybe you talk about this, sometimes you get 2 a week, Mondays and I think Thursday, right? And then
yeah.
sometimes it's just 1. If I don't get that notification for Thursday, I was like, hey man, what's up? Where's my video or whatever?
Yeah,
So,
so YouTube swears they're not momentum based, but like if you have a bad video and your next video it'll be tough to have a really good video, because it's like they throw it out to certain amounts of audience, and if it doesn't do well, or if it does well, then they'll share it to
send
more
it up to
people,
more.
and then
Okay.
more. So they build bigger and bigger circles of who they send it to.
Mhm.
But it also, so what I found is if I have a really good video and then I post another video like 2 days later, the first video that's doing really well just starts to really die down.
Slows it down.
Yeah,
Okay.
because now YouTube's trying to push out the new shiny.
Mhm.
And so it kind of eats into the other one. So usually there are occasions, I think maybe last week or the week before, I just skipped because I was just too dang busy to have a video out. I try to get them done in like 2 weeks in advance or whatever. But
Okay.
rarely do I do it because I'm too busy. But usually if there's not a video that comes out, it's because you'll know that the Monday video is doing really well, and I just don't want to stop the momentum.
And you
So,
can probably tell. We can probably tell by looking
yeah,
at
just
how
look at
many
the views,
views.
like, oh wow, he's got
So many
20,000
thousand or whatever.
views in a couple
Yeah.
days. So the
And
video's
that
doing
means
really good.
YouTube is pushing it out
Yeah,
there
yeah.
and all. So let's go and stick with the ideas again. How much
Mhm.
of the content ideas come from you,
Mhm.
and how much come from the viewers? And has that changed, or was it different back at the beginning? Obviously, you didn't have any viewers at the beginning, so
No,
they
I
all
was
had to
making
go from
videos for
you.
nobody.
Right.
I think it was
Okay.
6 months before
So how
that.
did you initially determine what topics to talk
Well, a
about?
lot of it again was the just books, and so it was either their strategy or covering specific ideas, and in certain things would just spark different ideas. Okay, what if I talked about this? And to this day, that's still my favorite type of video, are informational videos,
Mhm.
where I'll get some data or some information or just a little blurb from someone's book or someone's post. I'm like, oh, let's expand that. Let's talk about that. Let's dive into that topic. It doesn't do as well on YouTube because people want like get rich, how do I, strategies and that sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
That's just human nature, but I prefer the informational videos. And yeah, so that really hasn't changed over the years. Just I get a little piece of something and like, okay, let me dive into that, expand into it, right? So those are a lot of the videos. And then somewhere along the line, I went from doing strategies that were listed in these old books to people would be like, hey, this is how I play, like in the comments. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. And I'd make a video about their stuff. And then
So it started from comments before you before
comments.
before you had any kind of formal website or anything too much. And
And then eventually I added Dice Advice, which is a page on my website. Well, let me pull it up here.
you got it.
Well, that's my member map, which is filling in, by the way. Look at
Yeah,
so
what a
fill
and
in.
that's I will say this, that's one of the really cool features I absolutely love about this
Anybody in your
thing.
area yet? Oh, Jim.
Oh
you're
yeah,
starting to get
yeah.
some
I got
friends.
company, baby. I got some company. Click on it. You get
What do
closer.
we got here? We got Jim,
Yep.
and right down the street,
Yeah.
Jonathan.
John. Yeah. Yeah.
on
He's
the other
usually
side
one
of
our
the Air Force
commenters.
Base.
Yeah.
Got
He
Wally.
joined up. So
Yeah, so they're starting to fill in.
yeah. That's
don't know who the
awesome.
winner is. It looks like Texas maybe or California. I don't know. But
There's a lot in Colorado has been booming
again,
here
this is
lately.
only a small percentage of the club. So
Yeah,
there's
and
a
it
couple
takes
hundred
doesn't it
red
take like
members and-
24 hours or something
Yeah,
for
it's like
some
now
reason?
12 hours. I set the thing to
Okay.
it checks every once in a while.
All
But
right,
this
so
is
there's
my
Dice
page, Dice Advice. Just gives you a little information of what I'm kind of looking for, and then you just fill in information, send it to
Mhm.
me, and I wonder if I can pull it up.
You're gonna try to like show it what you get. It's like a Google
Yeah.
form or something, or
Yeah, here's my. Let me log in. Oh, I have to do a verification code.
oh well.
Okay, so anyway, but I get the back
get
end
it.
of everyone.
They put it in, then you get it.
it's essentially a giant spreadsheet. So
Okay.
yeah, so I've done, I mean, so many videos of that over the years of Dice Advice, right? I still almost at least one or two a month. I can't get to everyone. There's literally, I think now like 700 submissions in there.
Oh wow.
And so I just kind of, if I don't have an idea or something that I really want to do, I'll hop in there, look for like an interesting title or angle, or,
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing new under the sun.
Right.
People sometimes get frustrated that hey, that's my ideal. Trust me. I've read your ideal in a book from the 60s.
Yeah.
Trust me, there's nothing new. There's light side, dark side, right? There's press,
Hybrid,
there's
yeah.
regress,
Yeah.
and there's hybrid. Yeah, otherwise it's just a mix of, well, my bet was 15 and then I did
Yeah.
so I do what I can to find unique angles, right? And sometimes there are, and then sometimes you just cycle through them. But Dice Advice has been huge, so I love hearing from people and what they've got, and they've got some great ideas and sometimes not great ideas, and I share them all.
Can I say this to you?
Yeah.
And I know we're not reading the comments, but I just took a peek. There's somebody right now watching from the Philippines. I think that's just
nice.
yeah. I think that's just as cool as all, and it kind of gets me to my next thing.
I could pull up the data from YouTube. It tells you exactly where everyone's watching from, what devices.
Really?
It's changed over the years. It went from desktop to mobile. Now the
Uh-huh.
most popular thing people watch, at least my videos on, is television, which is
Really?
mind-blowing. Yeah.
So they're
Yeah.
watching YouTube through the TV.
Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't looked in a while, but California was definitely the largest state as far as viewership. But yeah, I certainly get watched all over the world. Now, USA dominates, and then followed by Canada, and then probably like England.
Okay.
Beyond that, I pretty much and almost all the countries.
You're the pit bull of craps. You're international, Mr.
Yeah,
International.
Mr. International.
Yeah,
I
Mr.
don't know about all
Worldwide.
that, but-
Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, that was one of the questions at running list, and what makes you decide that, hey, this is a video people need to see or must see? Like, is it something new or
Jim,
something
here
changing?
it's a crapshoot.
It's crapshoot? Okay.
No, there's some. A lot of it has to, and people have got on me about this a little bit. A lot of it has to do with the thumbnail and the title.
Let's talk about that.
Well, let me finish your answer before
Okay.
the rest of it is.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of videos I think, oh, this has got a great video. I love it, or it turned out well, and it just doesn't do well for whatever reason. And it's really kind of hard to tell. You never know. It's just, you keep putting them out and hope that some of them hit, and then they look at your back catalog. But it's very difficult to really know. Now, I do have a general sense of it now, of like, I know if I kind of tease them, which we'll get into, you wanted to delve into it, is a great title. And by great title is usually leaning into human nature of
Winning.
yeah, winning $1,000 in only 10 minutes with $5 at risk, right?
Or
That's a
something,
great title.
or percentage,
Yeah.
big percentages.
And then the video actually follows up, and I have, because if some people don't know, I don't refilm videos. I film videos once, and it is what it is. So I know, like, it could be a great title, great idea, even a great strategy that I personally think, oh, this is something I would play in the casino. In the video, the dice just don't cooperate, and I end up losing $300. Like, the video just doesn't rarely does the video do any good.
So there's a strong correlation between luck
Yeah. There you
and
go.
success. That's
one way to put it. So yeah, it seems like if I name it kind of clickbaity, and we'll get into that, and then the video's like, literally I start with $100 and $10 bets, and somehow I have a magic roll, a 35 roller, and I end up at $600, up $500. It's like, and the video will.
Have you ever thought about like titling it like lost $1,000, but it's really a good strategy or something like that? Have you ever?
Yeah. I've definitely done some negative titles. Yeah, how this lost so fast, or oh my God, they do not do well at all.
They don't do well. Yeah.
So about the kind of titles, and what people get on my case about is, oh, that's just clickbait. To a degree, it is, for sure. Now, I try not to be, like I'll write, will win on every roll of the dice or something, but I'm always honest in the video. It'll win on every roll of the dice except for the 7, or, except for the. I'm very clear in my videos that no strategy will win long term. This is a gambling game. Like, my videos are very, very honest.
I feel bad for some of the people who like get their feelings hurt.
Yeah.
Like even if they're like a dice advice, or maybe you highlight a strategy, like something from Brian, not saying Brian would do this, but there's probably other people who you try to shine a little light on their strategy or channel and try to share the love.
Yeah.
And then they get hurt because it's not he should have rolled it with $1,200 instead of $900 or whatever. I don't know. I just amazed at people like that. But the other thing is, and you said it best, you roll it one time.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes every one of your videos, to me, before I ever did this, little thing with you or not, I watch every one of your videos, sometimes multiple times. Why? Because even if it was a loser, I'd watch it again and I'd say,
is there an idea or something?
Yeah, there's something to it. And with a little luck, you can color up with that strategy. So I think sincerity is your big thing, because you roll it one time. Anybody who puts out a video every week or every day and they never lose any time, or just rarely,
they usually get weeded out, right? So over the years, I've seen so many channels come and go. They're on fire, they share, and sometimes they'll last a year or 2, 3 years, and then they go away. And the ones that usually never lose, or they only show the winners, and I don't know, it hasn't worked out maybe as well as they've wanted. But so as far as clickbait, I do lean into that a little bit, but at this point, YouTube is my profession. I am a YouTuber, so my job, again,
you eat, you put food on your table, you pay your bills with all
my videos. Completely honest. I'm never misleading. Listen, I'll tell it as I have whether it wins or loses, I don't care. I'm trying to share information with you, give you options that you might be interested in gambling. But as great as the information is, if no one opens the door, if no one clicks and watches, it's useless, right? So
tree falling in the forest.
Yeah. So if I just put up a picture of me standing there and then titled it, not to pick up, but I think I saw someone write, if I wrote skill 66 lost $483, and those were my titles, like, the whatever, I can't even think of any names.
3-point Molly is 3-point folly.
3-point Molly, negative $284. Like, they just
they don't.
No one's going to click, so I'm not going to get any viewers to go like, oh, okay, maybe there's a little piece. I like how he did this, or okay, that's not my style. That one's too conservative. That one's too aggressive. That one's too rich for my bankroll. Right, I try to make them for everyone. Something you can glean from, and so if they never click, so my job is first get them through the door. So I do get the criticism of, that's that video that the title isn't clickbaity. I'm like, I got my job is to make people click first, right? But I always followed up with great, honest information. Okay, so that's a little bit about the entryway to the videos. And how I do that, I just
Mhm.
you just got. I always trying to put myself in the mind of viewer. Hey, what am I interested? What would be something that a title that would grab me? So again, negative stuff usually doesn't do good. Usually like a positive statement.
How about like a questioning one? Do question ones do or
the
not
data
too much?
says not too great.
No, okay.
I use them sometimes, certainly, but overall, I think it's the confidence thing. Like if you're like, will this strategy finish up? I guess that lack of confidence, people just don't click. So they
Mhm.
usually underperform as far because I get the data like how many, it's called impressions. How many is the video? The impression is, oh, they see it on their screen and then they actually click it. So that's called the click through rate. How
Okay.
many, what percentage of people actually click. And so questions, and I think that's because of you're just showing like a lack of confidence as opposed to this strategy will do this. You
Mhm.
go, will this strategy do this? Like, I don't know. I think there's something there that people like confidence and that sort of thing.
Okay. So I'm gonna hit the super chat because I think we
Okay.
should.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's from Shadow Man, 1975, $5. Thanks so much. He says he watches a video a day. Super excited to be in Las Vegas at the Palms, September 8th through the 11th. Got a lot of good videos saved. Gonna take in some cash. Yes.
Nice.
Hey, great plan. Thanks for the super chat.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Watching those things. Now I know the answer.
There's so many videos. The key is finding what suits you. Like, I
Right.
don't like that way. I like that way. That interests me. That seems exciting, or that's too boring. Find out what you like. And then there's usually a couple other videos similar and mix it all together for your own personal
For
style.
your own. Find what's good
Yeah.
for you. Now here, I know the answer to this next question, but
Okay.
I feel like I gotta ask it for the people. So you get the idea, you're ready to roll. Where do you film these things? I mean, do
Right
you
there.
have a studio? You got a studio somewhere?
I mean, I like to call it a studio. It makes it sound fancy, Jim. This is a spare bedroom. I have graduated from my apartment
Uh-huh.
where I started in Texas, Euless, Dallas, Texas, where I didn't have any room except for the kitchen table, which was like the kitchen slat. It was like one of those.
Right.
It had a bedroom and then it had like one common area, almost like a studio apartment. But now I've moved up in the world, Jim, and now I have actually a spare bed. Well, all my kids are gone, so I have a spare bedroom.
Right.
And so yeah, I have a homemade table. I don't have a craps table, just because I've thought about, and I still might make or get a real table, but I'd have to modify it to make it
User friendly. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm making videos. It's more about making the videos for me than actually having a craps table in my game room, which I don't have a game room, Jim. So
Right.
maybe one day I'll have a nice game room and I would have a craps table instead of a billiard table. But
I will say this to you. I've been in that room and helped film videos. It's not a very big room.
Okay.
And for you to have the little table set up there, and then the lights and everything, and then literally have another desk right beside it, the desk that you're sitting at right now.
Yeah, I can.
And then behind you, there's another computer.
That's my editing stuff. So
I mean,
all my editing over there.
We're not talking about a 30 by 40 room.
By 12.
Yeah,
it's 12 by 12.
It's pretty amazing that
I try to utilize the space as best possible.
Yeah, so you're doing a good job on that of using the resources that you have on there.
Yeah, a lot of people say, "Well, how do you do?" I'm like, "Listen, smoke and mirrors. It's not a real table. It's not even the layout is slightly condensed. I custom made it to because of a certain focal length on my camera, zoom angle, and
okay,
so it's a little bit smaller than a real table, and I could deal to 4 chips, but maybe like 3.5 chips.
All right, so
everything's kind of
squunch.
It's all for video. It's all for video.
Okay. Now, are there ever any that when you're selecting them, or like, what's the craziest strategy? Maybe you thought it was crazy, you did it, and then it turns into a big video. Do you have any stories like that, if any, that have popped in your mind, or not too much? You've just done too many.
I don't know. I mean, there's certain, like, Man, what is the name of it? I actually repeated it. It was like how to win at craps with little money or something. It's like a hedge 6-8. I think that the actual video, it's like 2 million views or something. It's like a $10 don't pass and then a $6 6 and 8. That's the video.
Okay.
And it has millions of views. It's, on an old bad layout. I think I make a lot of mistakes. It's embarrassing video, but
I tell you, when it kills me is when you take like, I don't know, $200 and you're trying to hit like 2 horn numbers back to back and parlay them or something.
I like that video.
Yeah, those are to me, they were kind of like, you never do that with $200.
No, and again, I always try to say, hey, this is $200 that's your extra. This is play money. This is funny money.
Maybe this is money that you've already won.
This is not a strategy, right?
Okay.
Like, because those things, people don't watch the whole videos or something. They're like, what bull crap clickbait? This is a terrible way to play. And I'm always like, I'm not suggesting you play this way. This is, if you have, and I think I say in the videos, like, if you have $200 burning in your pocket that you've won,
and you use that,
you could play this and it'll work out sometimes.
Potential.
And I think in the videos it did, but yeah, I get some are so complicated and confusing. It just like, man, just keep it simple and you'll be much better off than, because sometimes it's like a hedge of a hedge of a hedge of a hedge of a hedge.
Yeah, I remember
you're just going in circles. And
I can't remember who it was, but you were highlighting somebody's strategy, and there were so many hedges to it. And I was like, is he making fun of the guy, or is that the way the guy really plays? I can't remember who it was, but I was just like, oh my gosh, don't forget your crap check and don't forget this.
I think over the years I have made 1 or 2 like April Fool's videos that came out, and I'm like, oh, here's a strategy, and I just did like the craziest stuff, and I didn't say anything. I just left it.
Played it straight.
Yeah, and some people were like, oh, they figured out in the comments like, oh, okay, it was posted on April 1st. The problem is they watch it 2 years later and they're like, what the heck? This guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
They don't realize.
No context. Yeah.
Right. There's no context. And it's, nowadays YouTube, it's hard to click on the description box and see when it was posted and stuff, because they fill it up with like ads and all kinds of stuff nowadays, like storefronts.
So that April 1st date might not be true.
Yeah, they're not going to find it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe if they read some comments. But
all right. So my next hard-hitting question for Mr. Color Up is this. You got the idea, you got the submission.
Yeah.
Physically, what happens next? What do you do?
Well, there's
you write a script? What are you doing?
There's a whole process. So initially it's like, what is the idea? Whether it comes through Dice Advice or it's my own idea, or it's, someone triggered something in my mind. I think through the process of what it is, what I want to communicate with it, and I make some notes about it. So I keep a running note. I wonder if I can pull up. I think I can.
All right. Let's see. He's clicking.
Yeah, I'm clicking. Dramatic pause here.
Dramatic pause.
Strategy ideas. Okay, yeah, I think I could share this page.
All right, let's see.
Doesn't show anything too personal. So I've got a running list of strategy ideas that I want to do.
And that's way too small for me to read, but I'm sure they can.
Okay, that's probably
watch
fine.
On it. Yeah. So, yeah.
But, this is one that I I do. Someone sent me the Dark Side Teeter Totter.
Okay.
Chris Hess. The table, he kind of breaks it down a little bit. And then I've got my film strategies, where this is where I've added the clickbaity title. And so usually the only thing I'll write is the hook. So whatever happens in the first like 10, 20 seconds of the video, that I usually write it out. I can't read it. I don't have I don't do like a teleprompter or anything, but it's usually like 2 cents. So I get the general gist of, hey, what do I want to communicate?
So you write, so you get the idea, you get the little thing, and then you write an intro, the hook.
Right. What makes this unique? Okay. So we stick with this idea, the Dark Side Teeter Totter. Like, I don't even know what it is, but like, what's the draw or what's the hook of why people might want to stick around for this video? So I'll write that out. And that is what I'll say before, I do my little, hey, this is Color Up intro.
Okay.
And then, well, before I get to that, I usually have to work these strategies out. I have a mat on my desktop and I sell desktop mats, and I usually have to figure these strategies out because people, some are good communicators, some are not. And they don't think of all the situations. So there's sometimes
the next thing in the process is you actually play out their strategy multiple times.
Well, no. Okay. I don't play out the strategies multiple times. What I do
or you
is
figure out the rules.
I figure out the rules to the strategy because I'm like, wait a second. If that bet's there and then the points hit, the puck goes off, then what do you do? So there's these unique situations that I have to
questions that they haven't. Yeah,
they haven't addressed when they describe the strategy to me, or I'm thinking of it my own. And so sometimes I'll reach out to them. So there's some communication through email usually takes place back and forth, or my own thing. I'm like, well, crap, I didn't think of this scenario, or something out of a book, or I'm sharing someone else's in a video, right?
All right.
Like, wait. So I try to figure out all these different scenarios that, I know could trip up a strategy when I go to roll it out.
Right.
So I kind of get all the rules down so I know what the rules are.
Write the little hook, get the rules down.
Yeah.
And then what do you do next?
I put the memory disk in the camera, put the microphone on.
All right.
Turn on the lights. Turn on a watch on my clock, my timer.
Okay.
Roll the video.
So
I hit record and I go for it.
And then you said the watch. So obviously you've got a time that you're shooting for.
Yeah,
a sweet spot, right?
Yeah, usually I used to keep my videos around 15 minutes. I found that was a great kind of, after that, people don't watch too much longer, but short, they wanted more. So 15 minutes was kind of like my ideal video. Then I got a deal where a television channel, Sports Grid, wanted my content on there, but they have commercial breaks. They need 22 and a half minutes. Very specific.
Okay.
Actually 22:35, I think. So now I got to hit that point. So I used to try to make one for TV and one for YouTube. It got too much. So now I do one video that's 22 and a half minutes. Sometimes they go long because I don't just usually end in the middle of the roll. And if you have a long roll, you can't end it.
Now I will say that you keep going because we could tell if it's a monster roll if you hit
sometimes if you see a 35-minute roll video,
then
you know
it's somebody's coloring up. Yeah.
So there's a little hit for you. But yeah, I try to nail the timing, and there's some editing tricks I could do. I have some bumpers and which is like the ins and outs for television that I can kind of shrink. And to be honest, sometimes they'll come back from commercial break and they have missed 5 rolls. And I just had on YouTube, I show it all, but for television, I'm like, I got to hit 2.5. I got to hit 22 and a half. I got to cut it somewhere. So sometimes they'll miss out on some rolls. I don't know if anyone's paid attention that closely, but so I got to make sure it's long enough. That's what the timer's for
minimum
now.
Time you have to hit. And then ideally 22 and a 35.
Yeah. 22 and a half minutes. Yeah. And then after that it goes to, I got a little tracking system. I can show this.
Okay.
I had to stage this. No, not that.
Nope.
Let's remove that. It's this.
Hey.
Yeah, this is Apple Reminders. It's just kind of categories. So I have the film videos. So I have this video. Then I just drag them over. It goes to the sports. I need to edit it for Sports Grid. Then I edit them. I do a separate edit for Dicer, which is the software I use. And I send that off to Dicer.
Okay.
And he will do the build for me.
So you don't have to do the builds.
I don't have to. Sometimes I do. And actually, we haven't agreed to publicly promote this, but it is live now. Now you can hook AI to Dicer and basically talk to Claude or ChatGPT. If you he does it like a step through. Hey, install this, all the rules, and you could just literally say, on the come out rule, do this, then press the 6 and 8, and it will convert it and build a Dicer build for you. So
that we can do that as part of our membership.
Yeah, you can go there right now, and AI will convert your normal everyday language into a Dicer build that you can then run your simulations and compare.
That
against
could
all
be
other
another good
strategies. So,
reason to join the Color Up Club.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean,
That is something free. It's
that you
$8 a month that I
include, yeah.
get. I pay for that out of my pocket. I do get a discount, but I pay for that for all Green Club members, and it's a
Okay.
great tool. But now it's because some people, it was a little tricky. I mean, he made it as simple as possible, but there's still some like formulas and things you got to know. But now you can literally just describe it in
English.
AI.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the AI will convert it because he's built it all in the back end that it'll
Okay.
convert. So you have to load something from Dicer, but now it will load it and like, bam, there it is in Dicer. Test
All
it
right.
out, and if it doesn't work, you just tweak it. Well, when the puck goes off, I actually work, my hot
Yeah.
bets or whatever, my hardware bets or blah blah blah, and it'll fix it up. So I send it to him.
Cool.
Usually, I'm usually ahead of the game, and I send him a couple, and he'll get them back by the end of the week. If not, I do some on my own when I'm like in a time crunch because the AI thing helps.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I have that kind of thing that I do at the end of my videos, and then I make the edits for YouTube, and that I normal stuff like try to correct sounds, all the lighting, just normal editing stuff. I manually add all the dice rolls.
Yeah, let's talk about that. How those have
it's-
changed through the years.
Yeah, I mean, I never did it, and then I just started adding some numbers, and people liked it. Well, I actually got the idea from Bubble Crafts, and because it's like roulette, right? It shows you the
The numbers
past
keep
doesn't
coming up.
matter, but people dig it, right? It's like, oh, I wonder, and then Bubble Crafts started doing it. I'm like, okay, there's something to the numbers like scrolling on the screen of what you got. So I'm like, I think it would add some interest, and I've added it, and I've kept it ever since. So
Yeah, that's one of the things in your older videos that I definitely think the production value has improved greatly when you have that. And then you said, hey, it was 24 rolls.
Yeah, I've now added like, okay, that roll was 7 rolls, that roll's 11.
Yes,
And
like
at the
as
end,
you go
I read
along. Yes.
the average roll for the whole video. And so all those numbers I have to add up, I have to calculate. All that's,
And then the number of, 8s and 6s and
yeah,
7s.
I've recently, I think in this last year,
Yes.
so now I entered all, and now I've got a form, so it creates the, the pyramid to, you can see,
You can see if
how
you're
my roll
over.
went up against probability. So all those things go into the video. I
And-
update at the end who's, I list my co-producers, which are all my
Right.
Green Club members. So those always have to be updated of who's joined and who's left. And
How long about on this back end after you roll it? How much time of the video do you spend?
yeah,
I mean, a video is 22 minutes or whatever, and then
yeah.
how much more does it take you?
Okay, so the longest time is actually the idea, making sure it works, and coming up with like the hook and the idea and how to package and sell the video. I definitely spend multiple hours on that part of it. The filming is like, because I only do
20
film
minutes,
once and
whatever,
it's
yeah.
over. So it literally is 22, 24 minutes long.
Uh-huh.
I just don't edit, right? It is what it is. You'll see me put on little things. He made a mistake. Yeah, whenever I catch him in editing, I put a little box on there. Made a mistake. It messed up the count.
Actively listening and watching it.
Yeah. I
Critiquing
watch it in
yourself.
real time, and because I'm editing the numbers in real time. Okay, a 6 roll. I got to write.
You got to
edit
put
in
a
a
6
6.
in.
Okay. I watched it a little bit. Okay, now an 8 rolled. Now a 7 rolled. So that's a red 7, and so I add all that up. It's all kind of real time editing. So the editing, keep in mind, I am a professional editor. I did it for a dozen years before YouTube. I was a senior editor for a production house. I know how to edit.
You're pretty
quick at it.
Efficient and quick. Yeah.
Yeah. So it could vary, but I can get it done. I can get it probably done in an hour.
Wow.
With everything that it entails. But yeah, I think you've seen me edit. I can move through it.
Yeah, I've watched a little
Pretty
bit
quick.
of the magic happen.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it would be the opposite of me. If it was 22 minutes to film, it'd be 22 hours to edit.
Yeah.
You know, I do a New York City field trip every year, and I used to, you know, and I still do have all the videos, but it was just taking me so long. And I got at one point proficient at it. And then I went to Apple with the camera and I couldn't use the same program. And then I was just like, man, and the last couple of years, I haven't even made the video, but I should do that. I've been playing some of the old ones for back to school night, that kind of stuff. So, wow. So altogether, average video, how many hours you think you got in from the idea to
then you do the upload, where I'm at. I've got fast download, but I have slow upload, and there's a monopoly, so I don't have options to get a fast upload. So I have to wait for it to upload. And then once it's uploaded, I do
uploaded where?
YouTube.
Okay.
Through the YouTube backend studio app. And then I've already written the title. I don't write descriptions of the videos anymore. YouTube has just basically said, we don't care what you write in there. It's not going to help. They have bots and stuff that read it, so they know what your video is about. Because it used to be people would write, like, it was important, like SEO, right? Like keywords. This video is about this, and mention dark side 10 times, so people who like dark side stuff, it'll show up. Well, now they have so many bots and computers now. It's like whatever your video is about, they will push it to the appropriate people. They know the keywords in it because it's not what you tell it; it's what it actually is.
Oh, so you can put in your description, can't lose, big winner, or whatever.
They don't care what you write anymore. So they've really kind of diminished all that. So I just don't even bother the time of putting description. But there's like 3 pages. You have to answer all these questions. Was there any AI content in it? Is this made for adults 18 and over? And then you have to agree to some.
Why do they care about the AI content?
They're trying to prevent, AI. Just there are channels that just have AI make videos and they throw.
So like fake videos or something, or what are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Just
okay.
I don't know. I don't know what people are doing nowadays, but they're trying to game the system so they can easily put up. I have heard people will do like 100 videos in a day because they'll have AI just create these videos, but they're low quality content. Everyone's like, this is terrible. They click on it and they go, this is terrible AI content.
Okay.
So YouTube's really trying to, because it hurts YouTube in the end, because like it gives them
black eye.
Black eye. So they're really trying to cut down on it. So you have to tell them, hey, is there any AI in the video?
Well, whether it's the voice or whatever. I know sometimes like on my thing when I'm on YouTube, I don't know who this guy's voice is, but it's something like, he didn't know what he was talking about. And then she came in, and then it's like a little fake movie or something. Yeah. And it's just like, I watch it and I was like, what just happened here?
Right. Like history stuff is like, it's just these dumb images and bad. But the problem is it's getting better and better and better. And like somebody could reproduce our podcast now and look.
I can't tell you how many times I've watched ads and it's like they have a fake curtain, like they're at Joe Rogan's studio. And then they have fake Joe Rogan's voice. Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So
anyway, there's all kinds of things.
So you have checklist you gotta go
through. And then you schedule it. I schedule mine for 2:22 p.m. Mondays and Thursdays.
So hold on. So my time, I was going to say, there's no way that's right because it's usually around
5:22.
5. Yeah, I was going to say it's after 5 o'clock. And then sometimes, and maybe, is that true? We get a little bit of a heads up as Color Up club members, or did we get an early jump?
No, if you have clicked notification, YouTube will. It's all.
Because here lately, I've been like number 1 or whatever, and I'm not even trying sometimes. Mm-hmm. And it's just, maybe it's because I'm in the summertime.
I think it's because you interact with my channel more than most, so they send it to you early. But they do like rolling notifications and stuff. But normally you will get it popped up or whatever if you have it notification. If you don't, they'll surface it to you whenever if you're a subscriber. Okay. So it just it all depends. There's no way to do it. But the videos go live at 2:22 Pacific time. And I do
And
that
why did you
because
pick that? Why did you pick that?
I learned from a guy a long time ago that if you pick a nice round number, like 2:00,
Okay.
like you're subscribed to 100 channels. There's a certain
Okay.
number of them, whether it's like, auto mechanic, craps, gardening, whatever you're into,
Yeah,
right?
Okay.
There's a certain number of them that are going to go
There's
out at
only 7
2:00.
days in a week. Right. Yeah.
Right,
I see
right.
what you're saying.
So 2:00 on Monday, you're going to get
Wham!
so many notifications or whatever, or YouTube's only going to send you one or whatever, right? So you just kind of slip in there in between. So maybe you get a notification at 2, maybe at 2:25, or maybe at 2:20, maybe at 2:30.
Okay.
Mine slips in there at 2:22. So
All right.
just like a little tiny trick that may or may not help in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, YouTube kind of controls who gets seen what and where and when, and it's all algorithm based of how much you've watched in the past or what you're interested in. It's
let me ask you
it's a
this.
game of.
Let me
you
go
don't
with
really
this.
Control much.
The hype. So when I'm logged in on I think my iPad, I can
Jim,
hype the
yeah.
video. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. So
Because it's like, hey, you're on the hype leaderboard or whatever.
some stuff I fall behind in because I'm in it. I'm working on the ideas,
Right.
figuring it out, the filming, the editing, the getting it out, uploaded and out the door. I don't even know what hype is. I think I get emails from YouTube. It's like, hey, we've done this new feature called hype. I couldn't tell you what it is. I don't know what it does. I don't know the purpose of it. I just don't have time to figure it out. I think they've added community where instead of just like comments, you can somehow interact. I haven't opened that. I don't know.
Wow. You're sounding like a boomer.
I am like a boomer. Like some stuff.
And here I am thinking I'm helping out Color Up, and
Yeah.
I'm
Maybe-
I
I
get
hope
so
you
many
are in
hype
some way.
points, and I hype your videos.
Yeah.
And I, for a while there, I was constantly screenshotting and letting you know, and you don't know, and B,
I don't know.
sounds like you don't really care. So
I mean,
it's
I
hurting
guess
my
I
feelings
should care.
now, too.
Maybe it affects things. I don't know.
I have
how
no idea. So anyway, you don't know if it affects or
I don't know.
or
much
maybe
how-
they're just trying to trick
I do know
the
things
users.
like I appreciate some people who's like, hey, give thumbs up and stuff like that. They've said like it means almost nothing. Subscriber count doesn't mean anything. Thumbs up don't mean anything. Literally, how much do they watch and how long do they watch is all they care about.
Well, it might be like a lot of things in life. It's an indicator for somebody who's going to take the
they've
time to
given
thumbs up.
percentages. It's like,
Yeah, that means
yeah,
that
it kind of
people are
helps
gonna-
them know, okay, I'll surface this video to you, but it's
Mhm.
not like helping me, the creator, like, hey, if we get 1,000 thumbs up, then, more people will watch it. It's just, they've said it's like all of those combine into like less than 1% of what
Okay.
helps push a video. So if you
Well-
want to push a video, you watch it from beginning to end and they'll send it to more people.
Well, I still am going to hit thumbs up, and I'm still
Yeah,
going to
that's
hype
fine.
it because I think
And that's probably why that's why I said you interact with my videos. So, you get it so quickly and you're like one of the first people who comment. So they know you dig his stuff. Let's get it to him quick.
okay.
Because that's
All right.
how it works is they go to your like inner circle first. Like they'll test like here, we'll send the video to put it in front of 100 people
Mhm.
and 50 people watched it and watched it for a good amount of time. Okay, let's try 500. But if only like 10 people watch it, they go,
Not so much.
instead of 500, let's send it out to another 100 to test. And so if they keep sending it out to bigger and bigger numbers, and then, how many people are actually watching it or for a certain time, they don't send it to the bigger crowd. But that's how videos become viral. They go, okay, we'll send it out to 100. Wow, 90% watched like almost the whole thing. Let's go to
Mhm.
500. Wow, 90% of this 500 watched almost the whole thing. Let's
So
send it to
it'll
10,000. Yeah.
Okay, so it just that's how it goes viral.
Yeah, that's how a video gets viral. And
okay.
if it doesn't, it's just the first core group, and which is usually like your subscribers and people who have thumbed up and people who have notifications set. If they
Hello.
don't dig it,
The hype guy.
yeah, the hype guy. A lot of times it'll just die on the vine, and they're not going to test it out. Sometimes over the years they'll trickle it out, and you'll see a video that's 3 years old, and then all of a sudden just start bam, 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 and just take off. And it's because eventually it was a good video. It just, all the indicators of the view length and people viewing it, they weren't impressed for the first couple of years.
How about time of the year or time of the season? You talked
Yeah.
about time of day. Is there a busy period for color up videos?
Yeah, I certainly have. I have slumps and seasons, and I think again that comes back to my core audience,
Cycle.
working men.
Yeah.
Summer, the weather's great, family vacations, outdoor activities, swimming, boating, camping. My summer, I get a big slump.
Okay.
In the winter, people are indoors. They're
cold,
looking for heat, right?
Yeah.
Indoors, and they're thinking about gambling again. And the weather's good in Vegas. Things pick up.
Okay.
Definitely for me in the winter, and other people, it's vice versa. It kind of depends on what your content is and who your audience is.
All right. And
Yeah.
then let me go with this. When you look back at some of your older videos, what are some of the things in the newer ones that either jump out at you, or what are some things in the old ones that you say, wow, that was really good, or maybe, wow, I wish I would have stopped doing that or something? I don't know. What do you think of when you look back in the way back? Because you've been doing it how many years now?
Like 9, I think.
9 years. Okay. So
there's certain things I've tried. I tried putting the running amount of money on the screen.
yes, I remember you used to do that. That's probably a lot of work though.
It is a lot of work for one. And then when I looked at the data, some videos would start trending. He's losing, and the
bail.
bankroll would go down, and they would bail. They wouldn't watch any more videos. So I found if I eliminate all the hard work, and then 2, it's kind of like, it's like, I know he's had a couple bad rolls, but he's had some good ones. How did it finish up? And so they'll watch and go, oh, and now I just show it as like a reveal. Hey, and I count it up and I say, we're down 300. We're up 300. And that has definitely helped as far as the watch percentage time, how much they stick around.
What about you talking and looking directly in the camera? Because you've gone through little cycles where, at the beginning you throw up the little imaginary thing and, throw it out at us. And then there was sometimes you'd be standing in front of I'm assuming a green screen sign or something. And he said, hey, we're going to try it out. So like sometimes you talk directly to the camera, then sometimes you have the overhead view where you're talking into the hands. And,
all of my videos has kind of been a staple since the beginning. Cause I watched so many, the videos that were just such crappily produced. Like I can make a really great feature. It wasn't like I was afraid to be on camera, but so I went with the top down view. I think you can see everything great. And so that's how all my videos are filmed.
Right.
But some I do more on camera intros than the others. Honestly, it's just easier not to pull it's hooked to my wall or my ceiling. I pull it down, I record here. It just adds so many more steps to it when I could just say it over the table and introduce it. The data just doesn't say that it matters.
So just keep it simple.
Yeah, I just keep it simple. And that's really the only reason why is because I'm lazy and I keep it simple. Now, whenever I don't do that, I'll do one of those, a quick 10-second intro where I do show myself on camera or my face talking or, hey, this is Color Up. You guys probably know the most recent intro. But I do want to say that, hey, I'm a real person. I'm not just a set of hands. Because there is some importance to connection. But as far as like, doing the whole full intro or for 2 minutes being on camera, it just doesn't really, it's not that important.
So how long is your intro typically? What do you say? I mean, what do you shoot for?
Mine's long. I usually, especially newer channels and stuff, I always give, and I used to do it, keep it like 1 to 2 seconds, like 1 second, 2 seconds, like just flash your name. People don't give a crap. Okay.
Okay.
That is my advice for everyone. Because I would see so many videos, especially if especially if you start off with your 20-second, flashing, your logo spins, and people will be gone before they finish your logo intro.
Short attention span.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can make a logo or intro or branding if you do like a little intro piece or, hey, what this video is going to be about. Now I have some leeway, obviously, because I'm an established channel of 10 years. People like my stuff. They know it's worth it. And again, going back to, because now I'm doing multi-purpose through television, I have to kind of re-explain myself to the audience a little every time for television. So I just keep it for YouTube. Now, when my contract's done with Sports Grid, if that happens, I will probably cut it back down to 2 seconds because people are just there for the content. They already know who you are. It's a lot different for television, but I think it's kind of good because I do get new viewers every day. It tells a little bit about it. Introduces.
I think it gives you a little legitimacy.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
when
fine,
it's longer.
My advice for most people is don't
keep
do
it short.
It's just going to make people click off your stuff.
Okay.
You know, get them
to the content.
To you. Yeah, get them liking your audience, and then you'll have some leeway. And I've built that kind of trust over the years that I can do that now, but I would say for most people, I wouldn't recommend it.
How have the YouTube analytics changed in the 9-10 years you've been doing this? Like, you feel like you get more info as you get more successful, or you do?
I mean,
do they give you more?
We kind of touched on a little bit. Like, they give you too much. There's so many. You can look at everything. I mean, I can find out how long someone watched in a certain city in China and whether they clicked on this thumbnail or this thumbnail. Like, it's insane the data you can look. And I've recently tried to like feed some of that data into AI and like make sense of this because it's all available, but
what can you interpret? Yeah. How should you be interpreting it?
Yeah. 9-10 years ago, there was nothing. It was like this many people watched it. It was more like if you were a big channel and had a lot of subscribers, they would push it out more. And, you know, people would call like keyword stuff or whatever, like win, jackpot, $1 million. And they would put all this stuff and the bots didn't know better. So they would go, oh, here's all these keywords that people are searching for. And it would bring it up and it would be like, wait a second, I searched for all this and now I have like a cat video. This doesn't make any sense. But people were kind of gaming the system. So now kind of all the gaming, the system's gone. The subscribers, they don't care. You'll see a small channel with 500 viewers will sometimes get 50,000, 1 million views. And just, it's because they made a good video. People were interested in it. And, you know, again, they do it step by step.
Does the sharing of the video impact it? Do you get info on that? Like if I send it to my buddies and
I can see how many shares they are. I can see how many people share and then how many those people it's impressed. And then how many they follow through and click, and then how long they watch, where they click off. I could see the graphs in the video. This section, people fast forward through. This section, people rewind.
Really? Okay.
You could see it all. Like the really
so
good
is sharing helpful or not really?
On scale, it would be, but I'm like a niche YouTuber, right? Like, I'm gonna max out. So does your share help? It helps you add 2 people, 5 people, right?
Right.
Drop in the bucket. When Mr. Beast puts out a video and you got, you know, 200,000 sharing to another, you know, they share to 5 people. Now you've shared to 2 million people or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It moves the needle quite a bit. Right. And, so, and they're you know, I'm a professional YouTuber. It is my job, but they really can't, they dial their videos down to like, yeah, that video, there's a 20-second gap. It's too boring there. We'll cut it out, or our next video we won't have. I mean, you can really use the data if you wanted to like really optimize your videos. At some point, to me, it's not worth it. Like,
what percentage of time do you spend on analytics?
I used to, and like, it was interesting when I was growing, like when I went from like 100 people to like 5,000, it was really cool. And it's like, oh, wow, you'd refresh this week and so many more people views and watches.
Right.
And then like you get to 10,000 and it's like, this is mind boggling. Like I had 50,000 people. That's like, that's like the Giants versus the 49ers game. Like just watched my video. You can't comprehend it. And so it just,
so you just don't even
care,
try,
and I don't pay attention. It's like, that's cool. But, They're
You're
usually called vanity numbers.
you're the creator, and that's the creative side, and you're just gonna keep grinding away
Yeah.
and keep whether it's
Well,
I mean,
that's kind of
what
the
are you gonna
point.
do with the analytics? Yeah.
That's the kind of the point I was getting at. Of like, yes, you could probably optimize it so I can get, 20% more views and stuff like that. But for me, I don't want to worry about that. I just want to make a good, solid video about a strategy, have fun with it, and put it out in the world. And people have responded. Can I optimize and get, 20,000 more views here and there? Yes, I know I could. I could probably take some classes and some courses and learn some things and figure out the data more to help, this and that. And I just, not that I don't want to grow, because I have improved, I have grown, but at the end of the day, it's like either I'm going to have to hire people to kind of figure that stuff out for me and help me, or it's just I'm happy making the videos I like to make, and I don't want to. I don't know.
Okay.
It's almost like making them too artificial. Like I'm cool with what I got. I know
All
who
right.
I am. I'm not trying to be, name
Whoever.
whatever Vegas
Mark
Matt or
Rover,
whatever,
Vegas
whatever
Matt.
it is.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering.
Yeah.
That was, I have a list here, and I'm going over the list and all. And then last section over here.
Here's a funny comment. This is one I've got always over the years. Jeremy, I'd recommend putting up some sides to the diamonds off screen. Frustrates me and maybe others that go off the table. Yeah.
Well, you've talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know my answer to that, Jim?
No, I can't remember.
Dice go off the table.
Yeah. In real life. Yeah, that is your answer. Yeah.
Now, I mean, I guess granted, they're like people go the response, and it's a fair response is, yeah, but I'm just watching the video. I'm not watching a real game. But the fact is, it affects the flow of the game. It affects the dice. It's interesting to see if the dice go off the table. Is the 7
Gives you a
next, right?
chance
The
to
famous
turn
thing?
your bets off. Yeah.
Yeah, you
'Cause
can turn your bets off. There's
one out of every 6 times. There's
It
7.
is a part of the game, and it happens more than you can imagine. I don't know. I don't know. I play a lot, and it happens all the time. It is definitely a part of the game. So at some point early on, I was like, "It's a part of the game. I'm keeping it." So
And
that's my
originally
answer
you
to that.
did put the
I'm sorry if it
sides.
frustrates you.
I
don't
can
mean to be
understand
frustrating,
one
but-
side where you're dealing from,
Yeah,
but the other
the
side.
far side,
Yeah. Why wouldn't you put the rail there?
because dice go off the table. I mean,
All right.
they don't rarely go off the side that I'm dealing to, because usually when I throw at an angle too far that they'll ricochet, somewhere
Right.
over 45 and go off. If I'm paying attention and throw it right down the middle, they'll bounce back predominantly towards the middle, and I don't have an issue. That's why, it happens. Sometimes it'll happen twice in a video, and then you'll go a month without it happening at all. So I don't mean to be frustrating, but that's kind of how I've dealt with it. Is it's part of the game, and I kind of dig it.
Okay. All right. So again,
Maybe I will add at some point. And again, it'd be like a semi-custom.
maybe when you
craps
have a
table, but
staff, maybe when you have
Yeah.
a staff, you can get your staff.
I just
to
have
add
them
it.
catch it and then
Yeah,
dump it back
absolutely.
on the table. I don't know.
So let's last little section we're talking about, because I know you've got some things you got to do before you get out of Dodge here. But how much do you interact with other YouTubers, and how did that process get going when you were getting started? How did you select people and channels that you would interact with, that kind of thing? Talk about a little bit about that, maybe how that either helped you grow or helped the community grow or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was a few. I don't know. They talk about collaborations good because you're introducing yourself to someone else's audience and them to yours. We're in such a small niche; it's kind of hard to, and especially I'm kind of, well known in the niche. It's like hard. What other craps channel is going to be like, "Hey, have you seen Color Up Stuff?" And they go like, "No, never heard of the guy." Right? That's pretty rare in my world, right? So, but I do know that I can help other people by mentioning them, right? A lot of smaller channels. So there's plenty of channels I worked with. Casino Quest, I've done a few times. I just kind of like them. And at the time, they were a bigger platform than me. So that probably helped me. And we've kind of grown together. And then every once in a while, there's channels that kind of catch my eye and they ask, and like, yeah, I'll make a video and shout, show, hey, this is his channel. And I'm running a strategy that he highlighted and I want to share it. And I do that. So, I think Random Roller here's one, Holy Roller.
Yeah.
There's multiple people. I mean, over the years, I've dozens of channels, small, medium. I like sharing it. I like to see if they stick around for a little bit, right? Like some channels are like, hey, I've got this great idea. Can you promote me? And I'm like, I can't promote everyone. First of all, I'd like to see if you're going to be around for more than a minute, but in some people I promoted and they ended up going away. A famous one was, he was a dice
King
controller
Dice.
and King Dice. Thank you. And people are like, why would you have him? He's such a bad dice controller. I'm like, that's not the point. Like, for the longest time, so many dice controllers would challenge me like, hey, I'm the real deal. Let's go. And I would go, cool, let's film it. And then excuse after excuse, and they would never show up and they all backed down.
But
and,
he didn't.
He did not. He said, I'm the best. I'm like, cool, show it. And he's like, okay, meet me here. Come here. This is the time we'll film in Biloxi. Have at it. And I did. And it blew him up.
You flew to Biloxi to do that?
No, not Biloxi. I don't know if that slipped out. He lived down the hill. So I was in
Colorado
right?
At the
time. And
okay. That's what I thought. Okay.
So it was just, I went down to Denver. He had a house there and then we went and played in Blackhawk afterwards. But super gracious guy, took me to lunch. It was awesome. And we filmed and initially he wanted his face blurred. So that was one video. And then the other video we just played and I beat him, right? The rolls went in my favor. The random beat the controlled guy. And so everyone dogged on him. But meanwhile, he went from like 500 subscribers to like 5,000. And I don't know. He kept making videos for a while. And then he eventually, I think he started like a dice school to teach people. And I don't know how that ended up, but eventually he stopped posting on YouTube. So I don't know where he's at now or what happened to him, but that was probably one of the big examples of the early days of,
collaboration.
He asked, he was trying and I can try to help him out if I could. And
is there any groups or anything that you don't work with? Obviously you're selective with your Color Up brand and everything.
Well, there's some that I've like promoted and then
you
I'm like
say names or whatever, but
and then I felt bad afterwards because I'm like, that person is kind of skeezy and I wouldn't want to associate my name or anything with them. And I feel bad for promoting them, but you live and learn. There's not much you can do about it. But I don't know that, I don't think I don't know the exact question you're getting. Like if anything's out of bounds, like I'm not going to, we interview some people here on the podcast, but I don't know that I would be like, obviously I don't want someone on my show who's going to cuss every few words, me, I'm kind of a clean guy. I don't, obviously I'm not going to have like a porn star or, some Vegas cheat guy or I don't know. There's, I'm just kind of like a normal, everyday moral type of guy.
Okay.
I don't know if that answers the question or not.
But. No, that's good. And as we kind of like heading toward the end with this YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, and then we'll take some comments.
Can't take because we got to get to the monster
there's
roll.
A lot of stuff, and we're already.
All. So back over to if you're going to give some advice to somebody who's wanting to start their own craps channel, what do you tell them? I mean, you're very successful. You're over 130,000 subscribers.
It's tough.
I'm sorry.
Part of it, I feel like I got lucky, right time, right place, because I really put quality content out when there wasn't much, and now there's hundreds of channels, and that's why people get burnt out because it's, again, now there are some people that will watch 10 YouTubers and they like them all. Usually some people will like this guy, they don't like how he talks. Well, I like his swagger. We're all drawn to different things.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find your niche, but we're already a small niche, right? We're one casino games. And so it gets smaller and smaller and smaller as the pieces go by. And it's tough to stand out when there's so many. So I mean, the advice is you gotta be unique somehow. I remember talking with Holy Roller, and he's done pretty well.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, how can you be different? He said, well, I'm cruising and I'm playing. I'm like, forget just trying to do strategy stuff like me. Like, do craps and cruising. Like, that could be enough. And I don't know, maybe it's not enough, but I think he's found that it kind of is. Like, that was enough to really kind of grow his platform and stuff. I know, let's see, Random Rollers in here. He's trying to like kind of lean into crapless. You got to kind of find
something that's
one, you got to like it because you got to put in the time. I mean, there's people have mentioned like Bluff and stuff. There are people that can, they're really big and great entertainers that might be able to blow up
engagement
in 6 months and a year.
Mm-hmm.
For the most people, that is so rare. I'm not just talking about craps or gambling, but all across YouTube. It is. I always tell people 3 years. You just gotta be consistent and be there for your people for 3 years, and then you can probably get a good gauge of, hey, is this worth keep going
continuing?
Or not?
Yeah,
right. And most people don't make it. There's so much stats of like how many people don't make it to 20 videos, how many people don't last a year. I mean, it's just staggering. So sticking it out is part of it. And then you just, you got to make your stuff as quality as possible.
It's like a small business. How many small businesses close within a year?
That's really what you're doing. You're running an online business and you've got to appeal to the customers. You got to think of them first before yourself. So you got to give the people what they want. Once you find something that works, lean into it, make more. I found that strategy videos was the way to go for me. I lean into it. That's predominantly what my product is that I sell, right? But it is a tougher environment for sure.
Now, especially with so many. Yeah.
But you got to find your way. You got to be consistent, best quality you can. And what makes you unique? What
it
separates
sounds
you? Why
like it's a lot of stuff that's very similar to what I talk about in sales.
Yeah.
Is you got to, when we do our sales unit, to be a good salesperson, you got to take a lot of rejection. You got to take a lot of no, because you don't pitch your idea or whatever. And they, oh yeah, I'll take it. No, you gotta be used to that rejection. And maybe you put out a video and you put in, I don't know how many hours into a video to put it out, and it's a stinker and it doesn't get a lot of views. You gotta be comfortable with that rejection on there. So yeah, it's very similar to business and sales. 100%.
Let's see, Jim. So May, June, July, August. So 6 months in, like, cause I get people contacting me. Hey man, I've been doing this for like a month and I've only got like 1,500 subscribers, like craps channels. Right. I'm like,
that's pretty good. Right.
Seems like
starting off.
Me 6 months in, I was at 158 subs, Jim.
Oh, you went back and looked?
Yeah. I have that data, 158 subs, and I had 9,000 total views on my channel after 6 months of consistent posting.
For a second there, I thought you were unbuttoning buttons instead of buttoning buttons. It's like, let's keep it GG.
May, June.
Yeah.
And then, at about the 1 year mark is where I broke 2,000 subscribers.
So a year before you got to 2,000.
Yeah, I got to 2,000 and I made 390. The rules were different. Now you have to be 1,000 subscribers before you start
to get monetized, money. Right?
But back then they would pay you right away. And so after a year, I had 240,000 views, 2,022 subscribers, and I had made $394. So that was my first year in YouTube.
Congratulations! That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
At all. But well, let me go with this one here. If you could go back, to, when you first got started 10 years ago, what little 3 pieces of advice would this Jeremy give the old Jeremy? Well, what would you say to yourself back then?
I'm glad I've went through everything I went through. I mean, there was a time when I, got kicked off of YouTube and no pay. Like once I finally decided to go full time, got rid of all my client contracts, then YouTube's like, guess what? You're not monetized. You can't post videos. And that was like 4 or 5, 6 months. Like,
No
like,
income.
okay, now I got no income. So now I'm scrambling to get jobs back. I've got, just the ups and downs of figuring out what works, what doesn't.
And you continued while you weren't getting paid to put out videos.
Yeah.
You felt like you had to.
It was so different things. There was like a month where my channel was deleted and I couldn't post.
Oh,
And then
wow.
finally they let me have a channel back and I was posting, but they're like, you can't be monetized. And so that went on for, I think, like another 5 months like that.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know that I would, it's hard to give advice, but I definitely wouldn't change anything. And I mean, I started the club and that's been the biggest factor in my life. Because YouTube videos is now, it's like a system for me and I could do it. Not that I still love it. And I like get so much joy out of like, oh, will this strategy work? And so I still love that part of it, but it's still just a grind of a daily job. But where the club is like, hey, you're meeting new people, you get conversations. So the club is kind of my enjoyment factor of the thing, but I don't know. I don't
Think
know that it
any
would
advice
change
to give.
anything.
Yeah, you're not
I
going to
don't
say,
know.
hey,
It'd be
like,
you just gotta do it. You gotta go through it and adapt along the way. Yeah, I don't. It's tough to. I don't know. That's a good question, Jim.
yeah, I don't know. To me, you had a lot of advantages because you had the background knowledge of editing, you had
Mhm.
some equipment, that kind of stuff. So it was kind of like, it's not lucky because it's hard work, and you took your skills and
Well, yeah. I mean, took skill. I mean, I was in my past life. I've done so many things where I've been on camera talent. So I've done a lot of, obviously I'm a pretty good teacher and communicator. I've
Yep.
taught a lot over the years. So
Mhm.
all these things over, I'm almost 50, but I've combined all those things I've learned in the past, all the different careers and things I've learned. I've been able to blend them all together. And,
Well, I think
so
you've done
I did have some advantages because of my background and all the different things I've learned.
I think you've done a great job. I think we're going to wind it up with this part. We'll get to the monster roll, but
Yeah.
you do a great job of
you.
persuading, informing, and entertaining. And that's what, when we do our public speaking unit at school, I always talk about, that's what the great speakers do. They can persuade you, they can provide you information, and all while being entertaining. And you've kind of got all three of those things. And I think that's why
appreciate it. I
your
do my
channel,
best.
no, it's true. That's why your channel has grown. And then the other thing with the club aspect of it, it's what makes your channel different. And there's a sense of community, a legitimate sense of community. And I'll brag on you. We've had 5 years of DiceCon now. And I know it's a lot of work putting it together. And we've got lifetime friends and people that we know, and it's just fantastic. So anyway, how a color up video is made, it's complicated, it takes a while.
Hopefully
and
I
it's
give
been
you
a
some
really cool
information.
journey, but anyway, I just want to say thanks for talking about it, and we can definitely get to our viewers' questions in a monster roll. You got anything you would like to wind it up before we officially
No, I already
transition?
talked too much, so
Okay,
let's just jump into some questions.
we'll jump up at the
and,
top then. Well,
yes,
thank you very
see
much
it.
for being interviewed tonight.
Yeah. And listen, I'm not going to be able to get through everyone's questions. It's already an hour and a half, and
Yeah.
I got a lot of work to do tonight before I leave town in the morning. Let's see, DiceCon is. Oh, I never had the comments on screen. DiceCon is. I'm just going to read
boss.
them.
Yeah.
DiceCon's boss. Advice
Merv.
to younger Jeremy: start color up 2.0 sooner. Yeah, I mean, Jim's been on me for years about changing my website, and he wasn't really talking about the platform or the club, but he's always been
No.
like, you got to. When are you going to update that
Keep it
website?
fresh. Well, hey, and even today we had people asking for more merch, color up
Yeah.
merch. So
Yeah, I can't do everything, but I'm doing it on here.
yeah.
Why did you move to Las Vegas, Jeremy? Well, that's one thing I have done. I guess we didn't talk about that. I'm known for strategy videos. I've filmed a few times. I filmed in Reno a few times. We moved to Vegas because one, my last daughter left the house, went off to college.
Mm-hmm.
So we had the freedom to move. My wife, it just works better for her. She's based in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
So it's much easier to commute by airplane back and forth from
Multiple
Vegas.
flights every
Multiple
day,
flights versus Reno. It's like you got 2 shots in the whole day.
Morning and afternoon.
So it worked big for her. And for me, it's the gambling capital of the world. So there is some opportunity. I haven't taken advantage of that yet. And now I'm starting year 2 of living here. I have reached out to a couple casinos. I just haven't, I've been busy doing stuff that I haven't really been following up and really pounding the pavement, as they would say, of like, hey, I want to start filming in your casino. Cause I know,
with the hundreds of casinos, you're eventually going to find one.
I'll find one and that wants to do it right, which is for me, I don't want to just reserve a private table and play by myself. I know you probably see tons of that content. I want to share a live table with the YouTube audience, which is, almost like documentary style or sports style. Like all these people are playing all these characters. We're watching it. It's not just, hey, it's these 2 guys on a private table, which is, we're getting close to casinos being cool with that. So that was kind of a genesis of that. I have a question. I have 1,600 after 2 years. I guess you're talking about subs.
He's talking about probably subs. And,
I mean,
it depends,
you got to be really self-critical about yourself and be willing to not get your feelings hurt and really analyze, say, what is these people doing? And it doesn't have to be in craps. It could be in other areas. What are they doing that's successful? How much effort are they putting into it? Is my video just set up at a bad angle? Do I have bad lighting? Do I have bad sound? Is it janky? How much time and effort am I really putting into this? And I get it. You got a job or whatever, but
it's baby steps too, though,
you gotta
right?
be super critical, and then you gotta just work your tail off.
Yeah.
And then keep improving all the time. And then one of those videos hopefully will hit, and it kind of grows a little by little. But part of it is don't give up, but part of it is you really got to evaluate, like, if I'm a viewer in all the options, would I choose to watch me? Right? You really got to put yourself in the viewer's place. And like, it's the little things. Like, this guy's probably not going to watch me anymore because my dice go off the table too much. Like literally little things like that will turn a person off. That's one. And hopefully the other 9 will like you. But, some people like, it could be just those. It could be anything, right?
Yeah.
That you really gotta, you gotta be really self-critical and, hey, is this something that not 5 of my buddies will be okay as they're having a beer watching, but could I put this on television and would, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you want to really be big, could this go on television? Is it that entertaining? Is it that, I don't know.
Engaging.
It's hard. It's engaging. It's tough to say why some channels do well and some don't, but, you got to be self-critical is a big one.
And I'm going to say shout out to Brian with his Craps Player League and Holy Roller there.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, hey.
My real money rollout is picking up momentum. Yeah, I think he had a video that he had he won like $30,000.
Yeah,
like that. And
huge.
Those are the type of things that can move the needle. And so he's, it's just keep stacking.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Let's see. Bluff equals kamikaze craps, and I love watching it. Yeah, I mean,
he's either hitting a home run or he's
like a car. He's the car crash, right? Good on him. Like, I know some of his story. And he had some savings, and he just went for it. He's like, you know what? I'm going to spend $10,000 in a video or whatever. And he's like, I'm going to make 10 videos if it doesn't work, but. No, there was very few. I think there was a guy called Road something. I don't know. He made some videos where he'd bet like at 100 times odds, and he betting like $5,000 a hand. But beyond him, there it really not much out there. Well, there were slot people doing it, but no one was doing it on table games. And Bluff came in there, was like, we're betting $10,000 a day. We're betting 20,000. We're betting 50,000.
Yeah, we're going crapless. Yeah.
And it's the real thing, right? It's not on a home table. And so he blew up because, you know,
he followed, I think, Mr. Beast's model, which was reinvest whatever money he made from the YouTube channel, and then he literally put it on the craps table.
Yeah, he gambled, and he's much. I'm not a risk taker that way. I'm very methodical and think it through, and afraid to, you know, baby steps. And he was like, "Let's do it, and if it don't work, it don't work." And and so people were like, "Wow, a guy gambling, you know, 20,000 and letting it rip right on a crapless table or whatever." And so it's worked out for him. And you can't say anything. That is why. Like, look at it. And it's high quality. He's got his friend filming. They're high quality cameras, and it's engaging.
Great lighting, like, great sound. Everybody's got mics.
Sometimes he loses, sometimes he wins, and it's just dynamic. It could be on television. It's that dynamics. And so that's why he's blown up.
Yep. And Muhammad said you were one of our big time listeners on YouTube. Says you're the first one that he looked for at craps. You know, so like when you're doing your search,
when you do a search for any craps related terms, I'm there, you know. Let's see, Jeremy should add a collab video paid option with the Color Up Club membership. I don't know what that
collab
means.
Video with who?
Yeah, I'm not going to take money to do that. You know, I'll do it because I like the person. I want to share this.
For you to take money.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, so you're going to prostitute yourself? Okay. $5,000 to do collab video with Color Up or whatever. No, I'm teasing.
Are there different playback speeds that different people use, good, bad, or no effect for you?
Oh, that's a good question. I've heard different things. Like if you watch the video twice as fast, like in 2x mode, do you get credit for only half a view? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I guess.
You could play the video at different speeds, right?
Yeah, right.
That's what they're talking about.
Okay. Yeah, I don't actually never thought about that. I don't have the answer. I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
We'll have to AI it and see. Let's see.
Craps Player League says if the dice go off the table or if it's a no roll, it's -1 point towards the dice score.
Oh, wow.
It's a real thing. It happens. So it's got to go on the dice
Brian's
score.
telling you like it is. Yeah. So Muhammad learned how to play from his friends.
The format you've evolved to is great and works for me. Well, I appreciate you watching, Ken.
Yeah, Ken's a great guy. Let's see.
I've noticed when you put the dice rolled numbers on the right side of the screen in your videos, some of the devices, I can't see them. It gets cut off. I can see the numbers when they're at the bottom. Oh, okay.
The orientation, like if you turn your phone this way versus that way?
Probably when he's has landscape mode, because like sometimes it'll be
if you go full screen. How about if you go full screen? Don't you get everything or you don't?
No, because some phone like Android and iPhone in different versions of like iPhone 15 versus 17, like it all kind of, I found this out with working through Josh with the Preset app, is like, he's like, oh, it looks great on Android, but then you go to iPhone and it's like, some of it's kind of off the screen and stuff like that.
Oh, so, wow.
Yeah, it's really device specific when it's in full screen. Usually if you watched it, but then it's a little box if you watch it in, you know, portrait mode. But yeah, that is there's not much I could do about that. It works better for me to put the numbers on the side on the on the pyramid bumpers, because it's kind of less space. But
seems like I'm late to the party.
I'll be changing that, but yeah, I guess I could see that as being a problem for some people.
Seems like I'm late to the party. Earlier in the show, you mentioned the YouTube, watching on the TV, and it seems like there's a lot of people who do.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to get on that.
I've been watching Jeremy at least 3 years. Some of his best were when he was in Reno, down to earth and info about the casino scenes. Yeah, thank you. I've been playing catch up here in Vegas, but that's what I hope to get back to, where I can,
partner with somebody.
Yeah, I could do little casino reports.
Hey, I'm at the resort and
it's been a whirlwind for me, and I can't believe how much time has passed. But some of the big things that I've been working on for 6 months, Color Up Club 2.0 is now underway. It's happening. So a lot of it I've kind of put in automated systems that's going to help me and improve.
You're
my
going to be
time
more
and life
efficient.
and,
Yeah.
yeah, more efficient to do some things. So
This is a
these
cool
are all
little
steps for me.
practicing
Josh, hey,
alongside.
this is my developer.
Yeah. So he says practicing
Not mine,
alongside.
but
Yeah. But he says practicing alongside the video is a game changer for me. I live roll right alongside you in the videos. Now that's a great idea. I never thought I could play it on my TV.
Yeah.
Live roll at my table, and my roles will actually be different.
That's what
from
he
yours.
said. He said the start of the Press It app was, he's like, I want something to play with, and obviously, like me, a lot of phone apps are lacking. So he built his own, and that's one of the main features is it's so fast. So now, he watches my videos, I guess, and plays along. So again, tomorrow's video will be all about the Press It app.
Press It app. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Scrolling through. Sorry. There's one here. It says he's been to Dice Data Studio to do the 100,000 bot simulations with his own strategies. It's working really well.
Yeah, cool. So I talked about, I use Dicer. I know Dice Data has something. I think he analyzes it more or whatever. I'm not sure exactly what he has going on, but yeah, Matt's a great guy. And
a couple times I've talked to him.
If you like his software, yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
it's good to hear.
I didn't know he had software that I know he could, like, you could turn your thing in and he can do it, hundreds of thousands of times.
Yeah.
Millions, I should say.
I love your dice count. I like punching it into Crapsy to see how I would have made out with just Crapsy is another software or app. And yeah, because obviously my rolls are random, right? So it kind of gives you a good randomizer if you put in the numbers. So you could compare it, right?
Do you ever change the hand that you throw with? Left hand, right hand kind of thing? You always have the stick ready to go.
I think in years past, I was oriented and threw the other direction. And I don't know, I grab the stick. I couldn't even tell you what hand I throw with.
Really?
I don't know, Jim.
I'll have to go back and look at the videos. Okay.
Well, sometimes I stick with the right and then I pick them up. I think I mix it up a little bit. I'm sure I'm a right-handed, so I probably predominantly throw with my right. I don't know.
So let me throw it. Muhammad, on my YouTube thing when I'm logged in, exactly. Jeremy doesn't know. Muhammad doesn't know. There's a button. It says hype this video. And when I press it, it says you've given so many hype points, and it has a leaderboard of all these people across the YouTube who have videos that have been hype points. So I don't know, but maybe it's just to make me feel like I'm a part of the team or doing something or whatever, I have no idea, but that's what it is. There is a hype button on there. 100%.
I'm looking for,
let's see.
Oh yeah. I don't do this too much. In some of your videos, you say in text, wait for 31 roll streak. I get excited to see that coming.
Little teaser.
Yeah. Cause there's some videos I'm like,
it's crashing. You're worried about losing.
Yeah. I'm worried about people bouncing. And it's like, oh my gosh, this has been like, I've been averaging 3 rolls for like the last 8 shooters. And I'm sure people have, cause usually
I had a rebuy or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes I'll slip in there like, it's coming. It's coming. It's not all just, it's not going to end this way. There's some hope at the end of the video. Please keep watching.
Yeah. I'm scrolling down. Now, what's this? I've seen some comments here. It says member for 39 months and members. What are we talking about there?
I
Is that the YouTube
I
thing
think
you're
that's
talking
the
about?
YouTube membership. So,
Okay.
I mean, I guess I could talk about that. So I set up a long time ago a YouTube. It gets confusing because they also call it a membership,
Uh-huh.
and you could set up different tiers. And I know some people run their full like clubs or memberships through YouTube. I just kept mine at 99 cents because that's the minimum you could do. And essentially, you get highlighted when you make a comment, and it gives you like a little emojis.
Oh,
after
that's
you've been
why they're
supporting so
green.
long.
That's why they're green. Okay.
Yeah, but literally that's all there is to it. And I never did higher tiers. Hey, pay $5 or $10 or 25 or 100 or whatever. For one, is because YouTube, when Jim just found this out before the show, takes a 45% cut of everything.
Yeah,
so,
that's crazy.
so that super chat, which I really appreciate, they're taking more than half of that. So YouTube will take 45%, and then obviously I'm a business, so I got to pay taxes on that, right? So there's whatever another 20%. So yeah, I get 30% of what YouTube gives me. So that's off of ad revenue, that's off of super chats, that's off of memberships.
Mhm.
They take 45%. So I built my club separate, and now I pay essentially credit card processing, right? 2.9%
Fee
to
versus
credit card, and then like 50 or 30 cents per, thing. So 2.9% versus 45% on YouTube.
Yeah. Makes it a
So
little.
that's why I took it off there. Now that I've switched to 2.0, I'm actually probably going to sunset it here on YouTube. I really appreciate it. There's been awesome people. I mean, maybe people can convince me to keep going, but it gets confusing. Hey, there's membership on YouTube, but he also has a membership on his own website. I'm paying 99 cents, but how come I don't get this?
Right. So
There's some confusion, and let's see. Let's see how many. I wonder if it tells me. Membership 65. So there's 65 people. That's awesome. I appreciate the dollar every month. But again, I get 55 cents of that dollar, and yeah, it's probably just not worth the confusion. Although I appreciate the support and sentiment. It'd probably be better to not have the confusion for me. So I'm probably going to shut the YouTube membership thing down.
All right. Two things real quick. I saw where buyer Ken, there must have been a comment that said janky. Haven't heard that in a minute. I think the last time I heard that was Scooby-Doo.
Janky.
Janky.
Well, he said jinky.
Yeah,
I don't know.
janky.
I think of janky is like junky, but I don't know.
All
It
right.
must be an Ohio thing. I don't know.
Jinxie. Maybe that's what I'm thinking
something
about.
like that.
Yeah. And then somebody said they were full speeds thinking about making DiceCon. Absolutely. You should try to make that happen. It will be absolutely incredible. So 100% on that.
A lot of fake AI disinformation out there. Yeah, I think that's when we were talking about kind of a lot of AI videos coming out.
Now, here was a question earlier. Said he really likes the secret strategy cuss, one with 100 or 200 lay bet on 410 that you use strategy a lot. What's your favorite strategy to start with? Do you have a traditional strategy when you're not on a cruise ship that you go to?
Yeah, I use the cuss on the cruise ship. When I'm not on the cruise ship, I've made the video. I stick to, I learned from Dealer John, if I'm going to $5 table, I'll go pure light side and hope for the long roll. So I do pass line, 6 and 8 in the field, get a field win, spread the number. I try to spread all the numbers, and then it's just press and collect from there.
Press and collect. All right.
If I'm at a table that's $10, takes a bigger budget.
44 inside?
No, I don't even do 44 inside. I'll do the 6 and 8, and then I'll do 2 come bets. And I'll only ever have a maximum of 3 bets up, and then see what happens from there. Once I get my money back, then then I will spread out or press and collect. But yeah, my probably most predominant play is the 6 and 8 followed by 2 come bets, because it gives you a little short term hedge if the roll only lasts 3 or 4 rolls. But you got the 6 and 8 working for you, and then that's probably my 2 biggest go-tos.
Here's one Ken said. I've always wondered this too. And like a guy like Bluff, is he actually playing with his own money? You know, or is like, has he got some deal with El Cortez? You know, but I don't know. Who knows? You know,
I can't. I
who
do
knows?
know that Bluff said he had a life savings and he started off that way. I don't know anything, so I'm not going to say anything
Yeah.
about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Seems like a fun guy. I do know that because I've been talked to from casino. There are casinos, and to a degree, I had that deal in the GSR. They didn't pay me money, but what they did was they gave me a monthly amount of free play that a normal player wouldn't get. So
okay.
I would get like $2,000 in free play. They say play through it. And so, I'd play through it, and some months, I'd get 500, some months I'd get 3,000. And then I would use that money to play and film the videos. So,
who knows?
Yeah, without naming it, there are certainly those that get paid from the marketing budget. Here you go. Make a bunch of exciting videos. Here's
get some people in the door. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's great for them. And the deals differ on like some people, hey, here's the money, win or lose, you keep it. Some of it's win or lose, we get it back. There's all kinds of deals happening.
Okay.
So not everything is that as appears. I don't know anything about Bluff. He's had so much success. I know through the numbers, like what kind of success just on YouTube he makes. So I know he's got some other businesses, but what he does, he could afford to get a lot of gambles.
Okay.
He's doing just fine.
Don't worry about Bluff.
Don't worry about Bluff.
He's all right. Okay.
Yeah. He's probably okay. Not that it, maybe at some point you still take the casino's money. Why not? Handle their money instead of your own personal money. But they certainly make enough to not do that, to handle themselves. So I don't know about him. I do know about some other people, but
very good. Well, scroll down to the bottom over here, and we're coming up on 2 hours.
Oh my gosh!
And I know you got to get up early in the morning, and you got work to do, and I've got to get up early and go.
Dicer.io and Dice Data are starting to collaborate. Oh, I didn't know that. That's very
there you
cool.
go.
Oh, they're two great people.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe they can put them together.
If strategy goes bad, everyone should have a backup dark side strategy or leave the table. What do you think, Jim?
Definitely on leaving the table, but guess what? I've tried it. I have literally switched. Literally switched.
What happened?
I was on a cruise. I went through my bankroll and I had a little bit left, and I said, you know what? I'm going to start making don't come bets.
Okay.
I got them all up.
Yeah.
And I hit every one of them.
All back down.
Every one of them. Not 1-7.
And bad taste in your mouth.
Oh my gosh. It's like cat fur rubbed me the wrong way, and I've never done it. I've never switched. Yeah.
Great show tonight. Really enjoyed it. Have fun on the monster roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get so frustrated. I'd rather lose sticking with the way I'm playing than chase and like, now I switched and now I'm losing that way. All right, fine. I'll switch back to the light side and now I'm losing that way. It's like, it's like more soul crushing to me.
It's all crushing.
That's why I kind of go with the 10 shooter mentality. Like, let's see what happens through 10 shooters. I'm not going to switch it up before then. So
okay, yep. Well, let's see.
Watches and learns from Color Up. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he definitely plays a very different style, which is foot on the pedal, go for it. So I don't teach or show any of that stuff on my channel. I have seen in a video where they watch my videos. At least his team were watching my videos.
But, I remember seeing that too. And Ken, I'm going to say to you, as soon as this show's over, I'm going to Google what FWIW means. For what it's worth, maybe.
For what is it? Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I figured that one out. Yeah. Let's see what else is going on. Anybody else got any comments there? I think I've run through them.
Have a good night. Good night, man.
Yep.
I'm out of here. Great video. Thank you. He earns free play from El Cortez, but he isn't paid by them. SpinQuest is paying them. Yeah, SpinQuest is like the social casino that he's part of.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know his deal.
His
so
deal, yeah.
I just know he's doing amazing content and people are liking it.
What else you got going there?
We finally video quality and audio quality is great tonight.
Wow. Wow.
Maybe we're getting there, Jim. Maybe we're getting there.
I don't know, but I will say this, ladies and gentlemen, and I know that very few super fans are listening 2 hours in. I ordered some lights because I'm tired of Jeremy looking this nice, rosy, healthy colored face, and I look like I'm some kind of pale man out in the middle of
I'm
nowhere.
gonna turn myself.
Oh my gosh!
Here. I'll put
it's
on
like
Jim's
he's
death lights.
It's like he's in a tanning bed. It's what it is.
This only goes to 3,200. Let me brighten it or make it white. See if I can become pale.
You could pale like Jim.
5,600. Let's brighten it up.
There you go. Now you're pale. Like you're getting there. You're getting there. So wow. But anyway, I've got 2 lights on order. The highest quality $45 lights I could get.
Oh, you can put this on TV. That's what I was looking up while you were looking at something. I was trying to see audience. I think it's under the audience tab. Where people watch. 93% male, 7% female.
Wow.
United States is 90%, Canada 3.6.
So some good data you're looking through.
New viewers, published content, typical views, impressions, how viewers find you. Browsing 44%. I don't know where the tab is of
well, hey,
device, but
you just got a new you just got a new member here. Craps with Mike just joined. Are you wrapping up the stream? Well, I'm trying, but Jeremy starts clicking.
Because I don't want to get to work because I'm like,
yeah, you don't want to get to work and
warm myself, put my lights back.
Yeah, I tell you, if my lights can do what your lights are doing,
they can.
When I get them on Tuesday,
full of bluff all of a sudden.
What's that?
My feed is all full of bluff now.
Oh yeah.
Video.
But thanks for joining, Craps with Mike.
I wanted to tell you who's watching on the devices.
Oh yeah.
Content. Oh man, maybe for next time I'll remember to I can find it. I thought it was under the audience tab. %7 have the notifications turned on. 69% of the people that watch me are not subscribers. Oh, here we go.
What percentage are not subscribers?
69.
Wow, that's a lot of subscribers.
Yeah.
That's good.
No. That's people who watch my stuff, but they're not subscribed to me.
Yeah, I mean that seemed like a pretty good percentage. Yeah. Good percentage.
Good
yeah. Very good.
But it doesn't really matter if people are subscribed to you anymore. Okay, Jim, do you want to take a guess? So TV, phone, computer, tablet.
I'm guessing since they got it in their hand all day, phone.
Phone is number 2 at 37%.
TV's above phone?
TV's 42%.
Wow.
Yeah, 9 years ago, it was computer. Like I said, it was computer, like dominated. It was like 9%, and then it was like phone, like 10%. But now it's TV, 42%, mobile phone, 37%, computer, 16%, tablet, 5%.
Wow. So just so you know, I do all of them except for the TV. But
Yeah,
And you're
it's kinda
welcome for
shocking to me
keeping
that
the
more and more
tablet
people watch it on
using.
TV.
I mean, I got them. When I'm walking the dogs, I'm on the phone, but when I'm, sitting here multi-screening, because I'm not going to take the football game off the TV to watch a color up video when I can put it on this puppy right here. So I can multi-screen, as we say.
Jeremy, are you familiar with Waylon Krebs? I am familiar with him. I tried to shout out his channel and made a video about one of his strategies, and I didn't do it justice. According, he didn't like how I don't know. I didn't do it right, and he got pretty upset about it. So that's what I know about Waylon.
Okay.
I've been creating a lot of videos, but can't seem to get a lot of subs or views. And he suggests, you kind of maybe go back and watch some of the I didn't give a whole lot. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard,
It's
but
a small niche. There's a lot of saturation, a lot of channels. So I guess I'll just repeat it a little bit. What makes you unique? Are you doing the absolute best quality you can? If you were a stranger, would you really like to? You got to be really
critical,
of
critiquing. You
yourself,
said,
like
yeah,
critiquing,
critiquing. Mhm.
like, am I putting a great product out that people should be watching? Because sometimes you're not ready for it. Like your stuff is like, if you got a bunch of if 1 million people came and watched you and they go, this guy's stuff is not that good, and they all bounce, that would be such a bad indicator from YouTube that they would never start promoting your stuff again. So sometimes it's good to be small and work things out and improve before the eyeballs get on you. But yeah, you got to be honest with yourself of, these people are successful in what they're doing. Like, does my stuff hold up to theirs, or is it better? Because you got to be better for people to watch you instead of other people, right? So, how are you using AI? How much and what is helping? I've been getting, some people don't like some of my thumbnails, but I like the creativity of it. So that's would be my answer. Like, so I use AI in creativity of, hey, now I can be in a Las Vegas casino with sparks flying, whatever. Like,
Okay.
I can do, I'm very proficient at Photoshop and stuff, but I don't need to spend 3 hours making a thumbnail and some of the stuff I just could not do. And so now I could be like, hey, now I'm hugging a lion or, whatever.
Right.
I like the creativity of it. Other than that, AI I do to help with like automating things. Like, I built a system where, hey, when a new member joins, it will automatically do this and this and this, and then email me, and then I can see, okay, I need to do this and this and this. And it kind
So
of
like the new
summarizes
member
things.
tonight who just joined,
Yeah.
he's part of that process, and
Yep.
you're
It'll
gonna
be
be
in a
reaching
funnel.
out to him.
So within a couple hours, I'll get an email, and then tomorrow I'll get a follow-up. So I need to update some spreadsheets. Hey, where are they at? Were they an old member? Do they need a refund? So there's a lot of things like that I would have never been able to do without AI or without hiring a team of people. So AI has helped on the back end of running my business a lot.
Okay.
And then as far as videos and stuff like that, I use them for the thumbnails creation, but.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah, there's always a breakout. Bluff said he had a breakout. Sure, I mean, but within a month, he had blown up within a month or two. So
yeah, I got a text.
It's not just luck. I mean,
no, it's talent.
Yeah, he created something that people want to see. So you got to look at yourself. Have I created something that 100,000 people would be like, oh, I got to watch this? If not, I mean. You don't have to reach that, but if you want to grow, that's what you mentioned. You got to be like, okay, do 1,000 people want to watch my stuff? Really, you got to look at yourself and say, I could probably do, but I could probably improve. I can be different, right?
Yes. Big AZ, obviously another guy, big guy in the craps community.
Oh, I haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah. Hadn't seen them in a while. But anyway,
the Blue Wrench crew.
I forget what they're called.
AI has helped the timetable create shorts.
Yeah, but he
was
saying it's very difficult too, and it's a niche, and when you get in that small little thing and you got all these little people, I mean, just I could name a half dozen, maybe a dozen.
Yeah, I'm still on. I'm ending.
Yeah, he's getting a hook. He's getting a hook. The producer of the show
always asks the right questions.
Yeah.
There are people who have used shorts because there was a while, and maybe YouTube's still doing it. They're pushing out like, hey, these people are making a lot of short videos, which are, I don't know, the minute TikTok
like the
videos.
TikToks, yes.
So they push out in front of people, and people said they've grown really fast through short videos. I don't like short videos. I don't watch short videos, so I don't make that content. Again, going back to the conversation where maybe it could improve or grow or whatever. If my heart's not into it, I'm not going to do it, right?
You're not going to do it? You're not going to do it?
I don't like the content. Why would I do it? I like to explain things. I can't. I can't.
You're the Joe Rogan. Seconds. You're the long format.
I've got like 5. I got 5 shorts up there. I think a couple of them have done like tens of thousands of views, but they're not real views. Like a YouTube video, you got to watch 30 seconds. A TikTok or a short, this counts as a view.
Scrolling through.
Yeah. If it's there, it counts as a view. On YouTube, that's just an impression. No one has watched your video. They got to really watch 30 seconds of it. This is 1 view, 2 view, 3 view.
Okay.
It's fake. It's fake numbers.
It's fake. All right. Yeah.
Unless you're getting 1 million, then it's, it's probably comparable to 10,000 long form videos, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Ken, shots fired.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
My best videos had the least views. My bad videos, weird, had better views. You never know. Ain't that the truth? The ones you're like, this is a great video. And you have no control out of it. You just make what you can. You put it out there, and they do what they do sometimes.
Yeah. I was going to say, acknowledge Ken. Shots fired. Lights can only do so much. Ouch.
Makeup artist,
yeah, I got you, man. Thank you, Ken.
Wow, Ken.
Yeah.
All right. I think on that note,
yes,
we'll put this strategy to bed and Jim to bed over there on the East Coast and me back to work. So thank you everyone for the questions. I know we didn't get to all of them, but I appreciate. It's kind of fun sharing a little bit about my journey.
I thought it was a good topic, but, and I think some people dove in, and we got some people jumping in on the end too. So
yeah, we'll
awesome. Get back to it. All right.
We'll see you guys. Hopefully next week.
Yeah. Bye. Good luck on cuddling up.
Yeah. Thank you.